and thank you for joining me for your daily reading. So today we're taking a look at how you can heal your past trauma. Now you can already tell by the title as to whether or not this is going to be your reading, okay? This isn't going to be a love reading. It's not going to be a romantic reading. This is about how you can heal your past trauma. Right, so if you just give me a minute so I can sort out your deck. And obviously it's still a general reading, okay, so don't try and force anything to fit your situation, okay? It's either resonating for you or it isn't, okay? Right, so what is going on for you guys? Interesting. Well, I can already see that there is a lot of competition with others, and that is really quite common for anyone who has been through trauma. Feelings of basically not being good enough, constantly competing with others and feeling like you fall short. Okay, that's quite common for anybody who has been through trauma. Now, the current overall energy is the Queen of Swords. It's a very defensive energy, okay? It's a very defensive standpoint. You probably feel like you constantly have to over-explain yourself, and basically high tensions always, constantly trying to prove yourself as well with the Queen of Swords. Now, don't pay attention to the physical gender, okay? You do have three queens that have, two queens and an empress that have come out, so there's a lot of feminine energy. It doesn't mean necessarily that I'm reading for a female or a feminine, okay? This is all about the state of being. Feminine energy, the polarization of the feminine principle is all about being. So this month you're being asked, who are you? Who are you being? Okay? Right. So, how this trauma has impacted on your life and what emotions you now carry because of this trauma. You get bored really, really quickly. Feeling that you constantly need something new, something fresh to hold your interest. Probably constantly on the go, looking for a lot of movement. Okay, this is the type of individual, or you're the type of individual that doesn't really feel settled when things are relaxed. Okay, so it's almost as if you become accustomed to the chaos. You feel at home in the chaos, and I know that that sounds like a really strange thing to say, but again, that's what trauma does to people. If you know, you know. Anything that is peaceful and settled, it can look really, really suspicious to someone who is carrying a lot of trauma, and so naturally gravitates towards chaos, chaotic people, drama. You know, it's almost as if, fair enough, you might not seek the drama, but it certainly seeks you. That's this energy right here, okay? Getting to the point of your life now where that's becoming really, really exhausting. And that's what's led you to this moment of self-exploration and seeing how you can now do things differently and how you can live differently. When it comes down to relationships with other people, I am speaking to a collective who has been cheated on in romantic relationships quite frequently. And again, it's been playing into those feelings of, well, clearly I'm just not good enough. You know, I'm speaking to a collective where their entire life, they've not just been made to feel like they weren't good enough, but they were flat out told and even shown through other people's behaviors to them that they were just never good enough. And so now you're getting this message as an adult that's being reinforced time and time and time and time again. It's like even when you go for a new job, you know, and then you don't get it and things are just falling to shit. It's that constant reinforcement. Yeah, do you know what? Clearly, I'm not good enough. Clearly, there's something in it. So I am definitely speaking to a collective who is basically on the verge of giving up. given up on themselves. So it's going to be vital here that these that you pay attention, okay, and that you really do take on the guidance that the universe, that the spirit is trying to give you, okay, because we don't want anybody sitting there giving up on themselves, okay. Now, the way that you see yourself as being a trier, you know, someone who doesn't just quit when things get difficult, is someone who tries and tries and tries in spite of any sort of evidence that is then presented to them. So I'm going to start to clarify this before we go any further and before we get into any more messages, because I feel that this is a really good point to really sort of figure out, up until this moment, you know, what's all been going on. How can we make sense of this? Okay, what's going on for our collective, please? And clarify this energy. Can clarify this Knight of Wands for our collective. Thank you. Yeah, see the Four of Cups in the reverse position. Spirit's asking for you to take a new approach to this particular issue, okay? Because currently the way that you're doing things, it clearly isn't working, and it is an age-old cliche, but it's absolutely true. It is completely pointless to make those comparisons to others, okay? This is all about accepting what is within your realms of possibilities and what is outside of your realm of possibilities, and working within your own limits. Now, that's different from other people putting limits on you, okay? You have to figure out where are your limits, okay? You have to figure out what is it that you're good at, that other people might not necessarily be, you know, very gifted or skilled or talented at doing. What is it that you bring to the table? What is it that you bring in that is different and that is valuable, not just to yourself but also to other people as well? So there definitely does need to be this fresh new approach when it comes down to what you can do, what you can give, and it's like don't take on the expectations of others, okay, because it's not about others. So Spirit's saying temporarily take other people completely out of the equation, okay? Don't look at what other people are wanting from you or expecting from you, because that's just going to really reinforce the trauma. It's going to emphasize this repeating message that you've been getting given from other people of not being good enough, okay? So you've got to take other people's expectations out completely out of the equation, okay? Four of Cups in reverse. Look for new possibilities here. Can you clarify the Ace of Coins for our collective, please? Thank you. Yeah, the Queen of Coins off balance. Not feeling very focused, not feeling very successful here with this being off balance. I'm getting like someone who see, I don't want to use the word jealous, but it is coming through, okay? And again, I'm not attacking anybody, right? It's not my job to judge one way or the other. My job is literally read the cards, read the energy, give the message, full stop, okay? They're saying with this to look at any feelings of envy or jealousy that nobody likes to admit that they have, okay? And figure out where that comes from, right? Because this Queen of Coins off balance, to clarify your Ace of Coins, it's jealous of other people's opportunities. It's jealous of other people's beginnings in life. Jealous perhaps of the opportunities that you were never given and that you see other people have. Now again, I'm not attacking anybody, okay? This is needing to be addressed, because ultimately this is what is stopping you from moving forward in the most authentic way possible, okay? Spending your life in this mode of regrets and envy towards others getting opportunities that you yourself were denied, you can only imagine how that's going to build up over time, okay? It's going to turn you into an individual that is very bitter and incapable of celebrating the achievements of others, okay? So that's what we're looking at here. It's time for you to create opportunities or seek them out where you were denied them in the past, okay? That's how to do it. Queen of Coins off balance with the Ace of Coins. It's a really difficult emotion to even admit is there, okay? Now, you've got to keep in mind, like, your responses, and this came out in a very recent read. I can't remember whose read it came out in, though. But your responses are completely normal under abnormal situations, okay? So that doesn't make you a bad person, not by a long shot, okay? You are allowed to be upset at having had certain opportunities snatched away from you. Okay, you are allowed to feel annoyed, angry, and upset at that, right? But then what you don't do is then project that externally onto others and then start grudging others for receiving those opportunities that were taken away from you, okay? Yes, it's not fair. Yes, it was completely uncalled for. But ultimately, it is. Do you know what I mean? I hate saying, look, it is what it is, but like, genuinely, it is what it is. You can either allow that to turn you into an individual that isn't very nice, or you can, say, well, fair play to you. I wish that I had that opportunity, but I didn't. Huge congratulations to you. I hope it goes really, really well. It's a complete turnaround from this, oh, well, that's just further evidence that I'm not good enough. Do you know what I mean? It's changing up how you respond to things. And it's so difficult to do when you've gone through a lot of traumatic experiences, and you're getting these repeating messages. It's really, really difficult, but you can get there. You can break through the other side, and it does get easier, because you've got to remember, repeating messages are really, really powerful. Really powerful, and the more that you repeat to yourself, well, do you know what? Good for them. I hope they do amazing. My path, my direction clearly is going off in a different direction, so I'm going to take my chance with that, and I'm going to make the very fucking best that I can out of what I do have, rather than feeling this a horrible way that I know isn't me. I know that's not my character and personality, but I just can't help it. I get it. I understand. I completely and utterly sympathize, right? That's not the place that you want to be stuck in, though, okay? So everything about this is saying, look, collective, you do have gifts, skills, and abilities. But the harsh truth is, you haven't really done much with it at this point in time. So you've got to slow down, really focus, and take everyone else out of the equation. Okay? Can you tell us more about this Queen of Wands for our collective, please? Thank you. Yeah. The Two of Wands. Believe in your personal power. Believe in your personal power. It's time for you to pick a new path, pick a new direction, to take those first steps towards making those really big decisions here in your own life. See how he's literally got the world in his hands? That's Spirit's way of saying that there are other possibilities and opportunities that you haven't even considered yet. Okay, can you tell us about this Empress here, please? Thank you. The Knight of Wands. That Knight of Wands, again. Yeah. That's having a lot of energy, a lot of passion, enthusiasm and excitement towards everything that you're doing. Okay, and with that Empress energy, that's very fertile energy, it's very creative, it's very abundant. And this is Spirit coming through here and saying you're very abundant. Is just at the moment your energy has been focused in on the wrong things. Yeah, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Spirit saying things will get a lot easier once you become more focused. Okay, can you clarify that Page of Wands here, please? Thank you. Five of Swords with a Seven of Swords. Interesting. Okay. I'm feeling with this one that Spirit is asking for you to surrender those competitions with others. Okay, with your Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, they're saying that there's now this inherent fear of failure deep within you, and then the consistent messaging that you're receiving through trying and failing is that you're not good enough. But that is dishonest. Okay, your Seven of Swords is very dishonest energy. It's trickery, it's self-trickery that comes through low self-esteem. And again, with that being the Page of Wands that we're clarifying, they're saying that, look, that this started ever since you were like little, ever since you were young. This deceitful energy, it was rooted in your childhood. Okay. Thank you. They're saying with this Seven of Coins that you actually have achieved quite a lot in your life. It's just you haven't seen it for what it is. Okay. Because there's a lot of focus on the failure and nowhere near enough focus on the bits that you did succeed, the parts where you were successful. There's too much emphasis here that's being put on the negative energy with the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, and not enough being put on the positive. Okay. And again, it feels to me like childhood programming. Definitely. It's like I'm speaking to someone here who used to be really genuinely enthusiastic and excited about their life, and then over the years life's kicked them up the ass. And that happens to most people. I'm not going to say it happens to everybody, because it certainly doesn't. I mean, I've met some 30, 40-year-olds that have never had a hard day in their life, and I'm sitting there like, whoa. Are we even from the same planet? Like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, there are people out there who always do seem to get a lot of support and help and handouts, and then it's like the vast majority of everyone else is, you know, really struggling and struggling for what would be seen as crumbs. But again, to sit in the energy of woe is me, well, who's that going to benefit? You know, it's not going to benefit anybody, is it? I mean that. Oh, I'm trying not to get too deeply into it, because again, I feel that could actually be counterproductive, and it could accidentally play into someone's hard feelings here, which obviously that's not my job. Okay, my job is to help people to become unstuck and to find healthier ways of thinking and doing, basically. Right, can you tell us about that Three of Cups, please? They're saying to celebrate others' achievements and success, and naturally that's going to encourage more positivity to come in towards you. Okay, it's clarified with the Six of Coins in the reverse position. Yeah, yeah, that's very one-sided energy. Your Six of Coins in reverse. Can you tell us more about this one-sided energy, please? The Two of Coins. Okay, yeah, self-regulation, juggling, need to find balance, a change in your way of thinking. Okay, so at the moment, it's like you're seeing everything as being incredibly one-sided, you know. And Spirit's asking for you to change up your perspective, okay? And this is one of the lessons that's going on for some of you right now, is when you start to celebrate other people's achievements, you naturally will discover that energy is returned to you in kind, okay? Right. Can you clarify the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups for our collective, please? So this is who you're going to become and what your life experiences will start turning into once you finally process and release your trauma. And they're saying that things are going to change up super, super quick for you. And again, with it being the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, your own achievements, you yourself finally being celebrated. Okay. Spirit's saying here that you are very, very strong, you're very energetic, and you are actually ready to take on the world in spite of how you might currently be feeling. Yeah, Page of Swords and the Sun, exactly. Finally, finally, joy, abundance, positivity. You really making the most out of your own potential, out of your own prospects, okay? Spirit is asking for you to take time and think before you do anything, okay? And that if you keep to the path that you know is true, correct, and honorable with the Sun energy, then you absolutely will be successful. And the thing is, I'm talking to a collective here who is looking at the harvests of others and not fully appreciating their own harvest. Okay, so it's celebrating the small things, celebrating the small achievements, and then later on down the line, you can start really indulging in and enjoying the much bigger achievements that you will achieve. Okay, yeah, Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. At the moment, there's a lot of this internal conflict. There's definitely this back and forth, perhaps maybe even the temptation to either quit, give up, or follow suit with others who are not necessarily doing things the right way. No, they're not. The World and the Five of Cups, yeah. So there's an end of a cycle here, okay, collective. There is an end of a cycle of you struggling. You mustn't quit. Definitely, Spirit does not want you giving up on yourself, whatever you do. Okay, right, let's pull you a healing message. I was hoping that I was going to get something a lot more in depth than that. But again, I can't choose the message that comes out, okay? So if you felt that there was too much information missing, I can only apologize for that, okay? I'm the same as everyone else. I'm just doing the best that I can with what I get given, okay? Oh, you've actually got 2 healing messages here, and they're both in that sort of dark purple. I would say that that's actually violet, that's for your crown chakra. That's all about it, enlightenment, your cosmic consciousness, your cosmic understanding, your cosmic connection that you have with your higher self. Maybe there has been a disconnect here that's been going on between yourself and your higher self. That this lack of self-trust or self-belief sort of thing. So you've got be the best version of yourself and start today. Yeah. So whatever you do, don't feel tempted to start doing things in a very inauthentic manner in order to try and get ahead in life, okay? Because that's not going to work out. That's what Spirit's telling you loud and clear, okay? You've got to be the best version of yourself, and you've got to start right here, right now, today. And happiness is freedom from fear. Yeah. What is it that you're so fearful of? How can you create more happiness in your own life? Right, let's get you the full healing messages. So you've got number 31. We'll do that one first. Okay, you have the potential to grow spiritually and raise your life to a much higher level. The wise spirit sages show us that there is always a chance to grow and expand in a positive way, which will not only affect us, but all those we love. They are reminding you of this right now. Remember, you have the right to be brilliant and successful. So push your boundaries and exceed all limits. The only thing that can stop you from growing is your own limited thinking. So get going and keep growing. Your life holds amazing possibilities and the potential to be better every day. Yeah, so it's another cliche that that you might be sick and tired of me saying, but you legit shouldn't be comparing yourself to anybody else. The only one that you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday, okay? You should only ever compare yourself to the old versions of you. And once you start doing that, you will start to see the pattern emerging, and it will become easier for you to celebrate in your own achievements first, okay? And to recognize the areas where you've already been successful, instead of being focused at the point, like the point of life that I'm at right now. I don't want to be here. I was expecting this, that, and the next by now. And of course, things happen. You know, life doesn't always happen the way that we plan it to, right? Okay, so this one, number 24. I am happy because I know that I'm guided by a spirit who has watched over me all my life. I am happy because I know that as a spirit, I can never die. I am happy because I know that love is growing in my life, and I have overcome all my fears. I was able to do this because I asked my spirit guide to teach me to be like them. Spirit guides can only work with what they're given, and you're a worthy student who has risen to every task that you have been presented with. When you meet your challenges with dignity and honor, you will grow spiritually. Every moment is now a blessing. Yeah. Happiness is freedom from fear. So meet your challenges with dignity and honor, and you will grow. Okay? Take every moment as a blessing. It's saying that your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, they're all watching over you, okay? And they're also saying that there's always room for improvement. There's always room to do things differently. And do you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with having this wavering moment of self-doubt, okay? Everybody goes through those moments of self-doubt, right? It's normal. It's going to happen. The trick is to recognize when it's happening, and definitely recognize if it's starting to get out of control, okay? And just to get back on top of it again before it becomes something even bigger, like a downward spiral type thing, okay? Right, so I'm going to pull from one of the cheeky decks. If you're allergic to swearing or sarcasm, then just don't listen. So I like to use these decks at the end of a read because laughter is a very high vibration, and it's always good to send people away with a bit of a smile on their face rather than, you know, feeling worse about themselves. Right, so this one says, if life gives you shit, then make fertilizer and use it to help you grow. How appropriate. Because, yeah, I am definitely at the moment speaking to a collective who is currently going through the shit. Okay. Again, it's important to recognize that, look, you're continuing to do the best that you can given the circumstances that you find yourself in. Turn that shit into fertilizer, right? There are certain experiences in life that, I mean, because fertilizer is really beneficial. So certain experiences in life can be very, very beneficial to our growth. And they can also be very pivotal moments as well, because when you think about it, how many times in the past did you have the opportunity to become a villain? There you go. Some of yous are smiling already. You know? And you never did become that villain. That others, maybe they would have gone down that path had they have been in those exact same situations. But you never did become that villain. So keep fighting the good fight. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful to somebody. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then I am taking bookings on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. And don't forget to go check out all of the other readings that's available on our channel as well. I do daily reads every single day, all of a different theme, and of course I do readings for all of the 12 zodiacs, so you're definitely bound to find something that's going to be helpful for you there, okay? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.